Hi guys! Welcome sa ENGINerdmath channel. Sa video na to ay magre-review tayo for Engineering Sciences Board Exam for GEAS or ESAS Chemistry. So kung gusto niyo itong matutunan, just keep on watching. Okay, so this time ay magre-review ulit tayo for Engineering Sciences Board Exam for GEAS or ESAS, which is Chemistry Part 2. So meron na akong Part 1 for Chemistry. So hindi nyo pa napapanood, isilink ko na lang para ma-check nyo. So magsasagot ulit tayo ng sets of questions. So sa last part, nag-end tayo sa item number 20. So let's start with item number 21. Okay, so a cylinder contains oxygen at a pressure of 10 atm and a temperature of 300 Kelvin. The volume of the cylinder is 10 liters. What is the mass of oxygen in grams? Molecular weight of oxygen is 32 grams per mole. Okay, so gagamitin natin dito yung equation na PV is equal to nRT. Okay? Pero, ang pinapahanap kasi sa atin is itong mass ng oxygen. So, itong number of mole, dahil given naman yung ating molecular weight or yung molar mass na 32 grams per mole, convert natin into, yung formula niya right is mass over molar mass. So, therefore, PV is equal to N is mass over molar mass times RT. So, isasolve ngayon na itong equation for M. So, cross-multiply ko itong molar mass. So, PV times molar mass. Then, cross-multiply ko sa baba itong RT. Divide both sides by RT. So, ito na yung magiging value ng mass. So, substitute natin. So, pressure is 10 atm times yung volume is 10 liters times yung molar mass na 32 grams per mole divided by R. So, kapag meron tayong unit na atm, liters, mole, tsaka Kelvin, gagamitin natin constant R or yung gas constant natin is 0.082. Unit is liter, atm over mole, Kelvin. Okay? So, para makancel natin yung mga units. So, R is 0.082 liters, atm over mole, Kelvin times yung given temperature na 300 Kelvin. Okay? So, pag sinolve natin to sa calcu, so makakancel natin tong atm, itong liters, itong mole, itong Kelvin, matitira is gram. So, mass is 130.08 grams. Okay? So, therefore, the answer is letter B. Next, we have calculate the volume of NH3 solution which has molarity of 0.25 molar containing 5 grams of NH3. Okay, so molarity. So, ang formula natin for molarity, so ang unit niya is molar, capital M, is number of mole of solute divided by volume of solution in liters. Okay, so dahil meron tayong given molarity na 0.25, substitute natin, 0.25 molar equal, so given yung mass ng ating NH3, convert muna natin siya into number of moles. So we have number of moles nung 5 grams of NH3 is yung mass nga divided by molar mass. So mass is 5 grams divided by, so ang molar mass ng NH3 is, so N is 14 grams, right? Atomic mass niya. Then, yung H is 1. Then, meron siyang tatlong atoms, so times 3. So, add natin to. 14 plus 1 times 3 or 17. So, 17 grams per mole. So, sige, direct na natin dito. So, 5 grams divided by 17 grams per mole. Then, unknown yung volume. So, therefore, pag kinuha natin yung volume, cross-multiply dito si volume sa kabila, sa left, pataas, then cross-multiply pababa si 0.25 molar. So, volume is equal to 5 grams divided by 17 grams per mole divided by 0.25 molar. So, using calculator, ang masasolve nating value is 1.18 liters. So, the answer is letter A. Okay? Next, we have, what is the molar fraction of solvent in an aqueous solution of alcohol with 7 moles of alcohol and 12 moles of water? Okay, so molar fraction of solvent. So, simple lang naman yung formula dito. Molar fraction is equal, so dahil solvent, number of moles of solvent divided by number of mole of solvent plus number of mole of solute. Okay? So, yung solvent natin is itong water and then yung solute natin is itong alcohol. So, substitute natin. Number of mole of solvent is 12 moles divided by number of mole of solvent 12 plus number of mole of solute 7. So we have 12 over 12 plus 7 or 19. So 12 over 19 or in decimal 0.63. So therefore the answer is letter B. Okay? Next, we have, determine the molality of NH3 in aqueous solution if the mole fraction of NH3 is 0.343. Okay, so this time, molality. Meron kasi tayong formula sa molality. So, denoted by small letter m. The unit is molal. Equal siya sa number of moles of solute over mass of solvent in kilogram. So, dahil meron tayong aqueous solution, NH3 is the solute and then automatically H2O or water yung solvent. Pero ang given lang sa atin is mole fraction ng NH3 which is 0.343. So, di ba alam natin na yung molar fraction, this time, molar fraction siya ng solute. Right? So, equal siya sa previous example, number of mole of this time solute over number of mole of solute plus number of mole of solvent. Okay? Ngayon, kung i-equate natin siya dito sa given, equal siya sa 0.343. Right? Ngayon, gawin ko ring ratio itong 0.343. Gawin kong over 1. So, ibig sabihin, itong total number of moles ng pag pinagsama natin yung mole ng solute tsaka mole of solvent, equal siya sa 1. And then, itong mole of solute is 0.343 lang. Right? So, ngayon, pag in-equate natin itong total number of moles ng aqueous solution, so, equal siya dapat dito sa 1, right? Solve ngayon natin itong number of mole nung solvent. So, number of mole of solvent is equal to 1 minus number of mole of solute. Transpose nyo lang dito. Equal to 1 minus, but yung number of mole of solute is 0.343. So, therefore, yung number of mole nung solvent is 1 minus 0.343 or 0.657 moles. Okay. So, meron na tayong parehong mole nitong solute na 0.343 at mole nung solvent na 0.657 moles. So, pag in-apply natin yung formula ng molality, so, number of moles of solute, so, meron na tayong value nyan, right? 0.343 mole. And then, yung denominator is mass of solvent in kilogram. So, dahil meron naman tayong mole nung solvent na 0.657, convert muna natin siya into mass. So, mole is mass over molar mass, right? So, ano yung molar mass ng solvent natin? So, H2O. So, meron tayong H, atomic mass niyan is 1, then may 2 atoms, so, times 2, plus sa oxygen, 16. So, ilan lahat to? 1 times 2 plus 16 or 18 grams per mole. So, kuhain natin yung mass. So, multiply natin yung mole sa molar mass equal siya sa mass. So, number of mole is 0.657 mole times molar mass niya na 18 grams per mole. So, ito yung mass nung solvent. So, ilan yan? 11.826 gram. Cancel si mole. Okay? Pero, dapat in kilogram. So, convert natin nitong 11.826 gram into kilogram. So, times natin sa... So, 1,000 gram is equivalent to 1 kilogram, right? So, divide lang natin by 1,000. So, it is equal to 0.011826 kilogram. Ngayon, ito na yung lalagyan natin sa denominator. 0.011826 kilogram. So, using calculator, anong sagot yan? Molality is 29 molal. Okay, so the answer is letter A. Okay. Next we have, if 60 gram of H2SO4 is dissolved in water to make a 1.5 liter solution, find its normality N. Okay, so normality. So meron tayong formula for normality denoted by N as mass nung solute divided by equivalent weight nung solute times volume of solution in liters. Okay? So, itong equivalent weight, pwede natin itong makuha as molar mass divided by number of replaceable hydrogen ion for acid, or pwede ring molar mass divided by number of replaceable hydroxyl ion. So, this is for the acid and this is for the base. So, dahil meron tayong H2SO4, meron tayong acid. So, ito yung gagamitin nating formula. So, hanapin muna natin yung equivalent weight. So, equivalent weight is molar mass. So, anong molar mass ng H2SO4? So, for hydrogen, meron tayong 1 gram, right? So, 1 gram times 2 atoms. So, 1 times 2 plus. Sa sulfur, ang kanyang atomic mass is 32, right? So, 32 times isa lang. So, 32 lang. Plus, itong oxygen, atomic mass niya is 16 grams times 4 atoms. So, ilan lahat to using calculator? 98 grams per mole. So, meron tayong 98 grams per mole divided by number of replaceable hydrogen ion. So, kung mapansin nyo, meron tayong 2 replaceable hydrogen ion sa H2SO4. So, therefore, divide natin itong molar mass by 2. So, ilan yan? We have 90 divided by 2 is 49 grams per mole. Okay? Then, M now will be, so yung mass ng solute, so given naman na 60 grams, so 60 grams divided by equivalent weight, so 49 grams per mole, times yung volume na given is 1.5 liters. So, 1.5 liter. So, using calculator, ang masasolve nating value dito is 0.816 N. So, therefore, the answer is letter. Okay, pinakamalapit si letter A. Okay? Next, we have, what is the volume occupied by 0.252 mole of nitrogen gas at 100 degrees Celsius and 85.6 kilopascal? So, gamitin natin dito yung combined gas law. So, pwede natin gamitin yung formula na P1 V1 over T1 is equal to P2 V2 over T2. Kung saan, yung first condition natin, is at STP. So, at STP, ang pressure natin is laging 1 atm, right? Or, dahil given natin is kilopascal, equivalent to sa 101.325 kilopascal. Then, for the temperature, lagi siyang 273 Kelvin. And then, for the volume, so yung given is mole, right, na 0.252. So, convert natin siya into volume at STP. So, tandaan nyo na 1 mole of a substance at STP will occupy a volume of 22.4 liter. So, kung meron tayong 0.252 mole, multiply natin sa 1 mole, equivalent to 22.4 liter volume. So, cancel si mole, equivalent itong 0.252 in volume at STP as, so multiply nyo lang, 0.252 times 22.4 is 5.6448 liters. Okay? And then, for the pressure 2, so ito na yung given natin, right? Yung 85.6 kilopascal. Then, yung temperature 2 is 100 degrees Celsius. So, convert natin siya into Kelvin. So, mag-a-add tayo ng 273. So, ilan yan? 100 plus 273 is 373 Kelvin. And then, unknown si V2. Right? Kasi yung tanong, what is the volume? So, para ma-solve si V2, we have P1 V1 over T1. Cross-multiply si T2, so times T2. Then, cross-multiply pababa si P2, so divided by P2. Equal V2. So, P1 V1 T2 over T1 P2 equals V2. So, substitute natin. So, P1 is 101.325 kilopascal times V1 is 5.6448 liters times T2, 373 Kelvin, divided by T1, 273 Kelvin, times P2, 85.6 kilopascal. So, cancel yung mga units, matitira is liter. So, using calculator, ang makukuha nating sagot dito is what? Approximately 9.1 liters. So, therefore, the answer is letter A. Okay? Next, we have a 0.64 kg of octane vapor with molecular weight equal to 114 kg per mole is mixed with 0.91 kg of air with molecular weight equals 29 kg per mole in the manifold of an engine. The total pressure in the manifold is 86.1 kilopascal and the temperature is 290 Kelvin. Assume octane behaves ideally. What is the partial pressure of the air in the mixture in kilopascal? Okay, so hanapin daw natin yung partial pressure ng air doon sa mixture in kilopascal. So, pwede nating makuha yung pressure using the formula, yung PV equals nRT, right? Or, PV is equal to mRT divided by molecular weight. Kasi, hindi tayo given ng mole, but given yung mass saka molecular weight. So, to solve for P, we have P is equal to mass RT over molecular weight times volume. Cross-multiply sa baba si V. So, wala tayong volume dito, right? So, hindi natin makukuha readily yung pressure ni air. So, meron tayong mass niya, 0.91. Meron tayong universal gas constant na R. Temperature is 290. Molecular weight is 29 kg per mole, but wala tayong V. Ngayon, para makuha natin yung V, gamitin natin yung total pressure daw doon sa engine na 86.1 kilopascal. So, applying yung Dalton's law of partial pressure, yung total pressure doon sa engine is equal sa sum nung pressure. So, meron din tayong octane, right? So, pressure nung octane plus pressure nung air. So, 86.1 kilopascal. So, 86.1 kilopascal equal, so using the formula, so dito muna sa octane. So, mass nung octane times universal gas constant times temperature nung octane divided by molecular weight nung octane times volume nung octane. Okay? Plus, yung pressure naman nung air, so mass nung air times universal gas constant R, temperature nung air divided by molecular weight nung air, then volume nung air. So, ano nitong volume? So, pareho dapat sila ng volume, right? So, gawin ko na lang variable V. So, substitute natin yung value. Yung mass ng octane is 0.064 kilogram. Then R, dahil naka-kilopascal tayo, gamitin natin constant ng R is 8.314 joule per mole Kelvin. Para ma-cancel natin yung mga units. So, times 8.314 joule divided by mole Kelvin times temperature ng octane is pareho silang 290 dapat, right? So, times 290 Kelvin divided by molecular weight is 114 kg per mole. So, 114 kg per mole. Then, unknown V. Plus, doon naman sa air, yung mass niya is 0.91 kg. So, 0.91 kg times same R na 8.314 joule mole times Kelvin. Then, yung temperature is 290 Kelvin divided by molecular weight niya is 29 kg per mole. So, 29 kg per mole. And then, yung unknown V. So, pwede nating masolve itong equation for V. Kasi unknown yung V, right? So, pwede yung i-shape solve using calculator. Masasolve natin si V as 0.894. So, ang unit natin is cubic meter. Okay? Now, dahil meron na tayong volume, using this formula uli, pwede nating makuha yung partial pressure ng air. Right? So, diba ito na yung formula natin for the pressure ng air? Copy ko na lang. So, pressure ng air is equal to, papalitan ko lang tong V, netong nakuha natin na 0.894 cubic meter. Okay? So, makukuha nating pressure in kilopascal is 84.63 kilopascal. So, the answer is letter C. Okay? Next, we have calculate the molar mass of a gas with a density of 2.73 grams per liter and pressure of 1.5 atm at 22 degrees Celsius. Okay, so hanapin daw natin yung molar mass. So, actually, pwede natin gamitin dito yung formula na PV is equal to MRT divided by molar mass. Okay? So, para ma-solve si molar mass, cross-multiply pataas sa kaliwa, then cross-multiply pababa sa kanan yung PV. So, MRT over PV. So, wala tayong mass tsaka volume. Pero, meron tayong given na density. So, diba density is mass over volume. So, kung given tayo na 2.73 grams per liter, so, pwede nating i-assume na meron tayong volume na 1 liter at mass na 2.73 grams. Okay? So, that the density is 2.73 grams per liter. And then, meron tayong pressure na 1.5. So, atm yung ating unit. And then, meron tayong temperature na 22 degrees Celsius. So, dahil atm yung unit natin, gamitin nating R is yung kanina 0.082 liter atm per mole Kelvin. Okay? So, substitute na lang natin. Molar mass is equal to M is 2.73 grams times R 0.082 liter atm over mole Kelvin times temperature is 22. Gawin nating Kelvin, so mag-add tayo ng 273. So, 22 plus 273, so Kelvin na siya, divided by pressure na 1.5 atm, then volume na 1 liter. So, makakancel natin si K, si atm, si liter, matitira is gram per mole. So, using calculator, anong masasolve nating value? 44.03 gram per mole. So, the answer is letter B. Okay? Next, we have which of the following is the simplest balance equation of the given reaction? Okay, so meron tayong given reaction na to. Okay? ibabalance daw natin. So, copy ko. So, pag sinabing ibabalance, dapat yung lahat ng elements na involved sa left at right side ng chemical equation is dapat pareho sila ng number ng atoms bawat element. So, list natin. So, meron tayong sodium, meron tayong carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, tsaka chlorine. Right? So, copy ko dito. So, dapat mag-total yung number of atoms. So, sa sodium dito sa kaliwa, meron tayong 2. Then, sa kanan, meron tayong 1. So, pwede tayong mag-multiply ng coefficient sa bawat compound or element. So, try natin mag-multiply ng 2 dito sa NaCl para ma-distribute yung 2 sa bawat element. So, therefore, kung meron tayong 2 atom for sodium sa kaliwa, meron na rin tayong 2 atom dito sa Na or 2 mole nitong NaCl. So, 2, right, for Na. For chlorine, dahil nag-multiply tayo ng 2, meron na rin tayong 2 atom ng chlorine sa kanan. So, mapapansin nga dito sa kaliwa, yung chlorine is 1 lang. So, pwede tayong mag-multiply ng 2 din dito sa HCl para magkaroon din siya ng total atom ng chlorine na 2. So, therefore, chlorine dito sa kaliwa is 2 na rin. So, check natin kung pareho na ba yung mga bilang ng atoms ng other elements. So, sa carbon, meron tayong 1 sa kaliwa, sa kanan meron ding 1. So, pareho na sila. For oxygen, meron tayong 3 dito, and then sa kaliwa, meron tayong 2 and then 1. Total of 3, right? So, pareho na silang 3. Then sa H, meron tayong 2 times 1 or 2 atom ng hydrogen sa kaliwa, then sa kanan, dahil may subscription na 2, 2 rin yung atom niya, so 2 din. So therefore, pare-pareho na lahat ng number ng atoms ng element, so balanced na yung equation. So this is the balanced equation. So sa choices, ito ay letter A. Okay? Next, we have compute the volume of oxygen at STP that can be formed from a 0.75 mole of potassium chlorate with chemical formula KClO3. Okay, so hanapin daw natin yung volume ng oxygen at STP na mapo-form kung meron tayong 0.75 mole of potassium chlorate. So, buuin natin muna yung magiging chemical reaction or yung chemical equation. So, para makabuo tayo ng potassium chlorate, so dapat madidecompose siya into potassium chloride plus oxygen. Kasi tinatanong yung volume ng oxygen. Okay? Ngayon, ibabalance natin tong equation. So, dapat pareho yung number ng atoms ng bawat element sa kaliwa at kanan. So, try kong mag-multiply dito ng 2 sa kaliwa. And then, mag-multiply ng 3 dito sa oxygen. As well as, mag-multiply din tayo ng 2 dito sa potassium chloride. So, ngayon, check natin kung balance na ba, kung pare-pareho na ba yung number ng atoms ng bawat element. So, sa potassium, meron tayong 2 sa kaliwa. Sa chlorine, meron tayo, so didistribute natin itong 2, right? 2, then sa oxygen, so distribute natin itong 2, so mamultiply yung 2 sa subscript nga na 3, so 6. Okay? Then dito sa kanan, meron tayong potassium 2, so distribute yung 2, yung chlorine 2 rin, and then sa oxygen, meron tayong 3 times 2, 6. So therefore, balance na. So meron tayong chemical reaction na 2KClO3 yielding 2KCl plus 3O2. Okay? So kukuhain natin yung mole ratio. Mole ratio nung oxygen to potassium chlorate. So, di ba meron tayong 3 moles ng oxygen. So, 3 mole of oxygen over ilang mole ng potassium chlorate. So, 2, right? Denoted by 2. So, 2 mole of potassium chlorate. Okay? Na kukuhain natin yung number of mole ng oxygen gamit itong mole ratio. Kasi given tayo na 0.75 mole lang daw ng potassium chlorate yung given. So, kung meron tayong 0.75 mole ng KClO3, multiply natin sa mole ratio na. So, 2 mole of KClO3 per 3 mole of oxygen. So, cancel. Matitira is mole nung oxygen. So, kung meron tayong 0.75 mole of KClO3, mamultiply natin to sa 3/2 para makuha yung equivalent na mabubuong mole nung oxygen. So, ilan yan? So, number of mole nung oxygen is 1.125 mole of oxygen. Ngayon, ang hinahanap is volume, right? So, sabi at STP. So, tulad sa sinabi ko kanina, 1 mole of every gas at STP will have a volume of 22.4 liter. So, therefore, mamultiply natin to sa 1 mole of oxygen equivalent to 22.4 liters of volume. So, cancel si mole. Ang magiging sagot natin for the volume is 1.125 times 22.4. So, it is equal to what? 25.2 liter of oxygen. So, the answer is letter C. Okay? Next, let's have some objective type of questions. So, 31, which of the following does not change with change in temperature? A, volume, B, mass, C, pressure, D, density. So, the correct answer is letter B, mass. Next, if the heat of a solution is negative, heat is given off when the solute dissolves in the solvent. What type of reaction is this? A, exothermic, B, ideal, C, endothermic, D, efflorescent. So the correct answer here is letter A, exothermic. Next, atoms or ions which has the same electronic configuration, A, isoelectronic, B, isometric, C, isoionic, D, isotope. So the correct answer here is letter A. Next, what term refers to the passage of an electric current through an electrolyte caused by an external voltage source? A, electrolysis, B, electrochemical action, C, electrolyte, D, piezoelectric effect. So the correct answer here is letter A. Next, a covalent bond between atoms of identical electronegativity is called A, polar, B, bipolar, C, nonpolar, D, monopolar. The correct answer is letter C, nonpolar. Next, the condition of a liquid electrolyte is measured in terms of its A, specific gravity, B, acid content, C, voltage output, D, current value. So the correct answer here is letter A, specific gravity. Next, the chemical formula which shows the exact number of atoms of all the elements present in a compound is called A, molecular formula, B, empirical formula, C, structural formula, D, compound formula. So the correct answer is letter A, molecular formula. Next, the amount of electricity of a battery can produce is controlled by A, the thickness of the plate, B, the plate surface area, C, the strength of the acid, D, the discharge load. So the correct answer here is letter C, the strength of the acid. Next, we have the atoms having different atomic numbers but the same mass number are called A, isotones, B, isotopes, C, homologues, D, isobars. The correct answer is letter D, isobars. Next, at the same pressure and temperature, equal volumes of all gases contain equal number of molecules. This is known as A, Boyle's law, B, Gay-Lussac's law, C, Avogadro's law, D, Charles' law. So the correct answer here is letter C, Avogadro's law. Okay, so I think that's it for this video, Engineering Sciences Board Exam Review for GEAS or ESAS Chemistry Part 2. So, abangan nyo na lang next upload ko for Engineering Sciences Board Exam Review for GEAS or ESAS. Okay? So, sana ay may natutunan kayo sa video na to at maraming salamat sa panonood.